Well, I'm not sure that worked. Huh. Well, just not sure. But whatever. Whatever. If it works, it works. Highly spiritual will not cuss. Technology. See, this is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem. No, that's not it. I've already done this. Huh. I can't figure it out. Oh. Okay, fine. No. Stop touching buttons. All right, I'm done. I'm done touching buttons. Why? Because it's not helpful. That's why. It's just not helpful. Trying to stream to Instagram at the same time. Whatever. I have people going, you should be on Instagram. I'm like, I have a presence on Instagram, but it's not huge because I don't go live there because, well, God bless America, I can't figure it out on how to do it through streaming software. But whatever. It's just a thing. It's just a little thing. And I don't care. I don't care. It's okay. And I have people say, you should be on TikTok. I have done TikTok. I will be back on TikTok. I have to figure out how to do both. Good morning, Veronica. I have to figure out how to do both. And it can be challenging, right? It can be very challenging to figure out how to negotiate all of this social media. All this social media. There's so much of it. Oh, crap. That one didn't go too. Why? Whatever. I have to take that whatever stance on it, as long as I don't lose any more streams. If I lose any more streams, then I'm just going to be like, I'm going to go work on fencing. This is my goal today. I have 2 goals today. 3 goals today. Yeah, 3. One is get the antifreeze in the laser. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? 2 is working on horse fence, and 3, there was another one. Something else. Oh, make a commercial. That's it. Totally different things. All 3 very different. But that's okay. So I find that I get online and I used to do this anyways, wonder what the hell I'm going to talk about. Because there is a, we want to learn. We all want to learn as we're going along on our spiritual journey, and we want to be able to get something. We don't want to waste our time watching somebody online. Just like we don't. I don't. And I always feel like I should have something very meaningful and impactful to say every time I jump online. And sometimes what you guys don't realize is I jump online more for me than I do for you. It helps me so much on everything that I do. It helps me on my spiritual journey. And I get on a lot of times. It uplifts my mood. And then I go about the rest of my day, and I'm all happy. So it really is a lot of times more for me than it is for you. Not that I don't get online to talk to everybody, because I really enjoy the dialogue that I get to see off on the side. This is part of why I get on, because it's so fun to watch people create community over here on the side. That who doesn't want to watch that happen? Who doesn't want to see a bunch of people come together and make new friendships, which is so exciting to watch, because there are new friendships always popping up in the side over here. And there's a lot of friendships that were formed within the membership that this is where they get to come on and they get to talk in the morning and they get to have a good time. I haven't lost any more feeds though. So I did lose the Mystical Moons feed and Instagram, which I never had, so I don't really feel that loss. But the Mystical Moons I do wish was on. So anyways, I want to talk today. First of all, I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I know it is Tuesday, but still, the weekend, there's a lot of things that went on. There's a lot of controversy and, did the chicks go into space? Did the chicks not go into space? All those things. And then, of course, the Pope passed away. So there's a lot of things that actually happened this weekend that are noteworthy, but don't really affect us all that much, do they? Good morning, Leona from Las Vegas. From Las Vegas. I've been there once. We went. Good morning, Oren. You were on my mind this morning because I was like, you know what? I think I missed a message from Oren. Leona, we went and saw Zumanity when Zumanity was playing by Cirque. And when I say that I was not prepared for what I saw on stage that day, I just was not prepared because I was like this. I was just naive. What the hell's going on? I don't know if you're aware of which one that was, but it was really risque and it was really interesting. But it was I'd go see it again. It's weird. It's weird. But I also have a story about, actually I've been twice. I forgot I went once with Sam, then I used to sell, oh gosh, you guys ready for this story? Are you ready for this story? You never know what you're going to hear when you get on here, ever. Okay. So, okay. If you're new to the channel, sorry. Back in, I don't know when. It was before, it was like 2010. So I was working for a company called For Your Pleasure. Very much like Pure Romance, right? Matter of fact, it was pretty much like it was Pure Romance, kind of. But so for that year, I signed up something like 40 new techs underneath me, and I don't know why. I just had no problem signing people up underneath me. Everybody wanted to get in and have the fun, and we were doing all these shows, and we had a lot of fun. And anyway, so I got this Rising Star in the company award. I didn't know I was getting this award, but I got this award anyways. And so with this award came this whole new kit of stuff. Like I got a big sample pack of all of the items that we would be displaying in the new year. I must take a pause. Anyhow, I would like you guys to remember that I am very spiritual. My God. Wanted to slide quietly out of the theater. Veronica, actually the show was really good if you stayed the whole thing, right? It was funny. But I was mortified because I was really this country kind of kid. And I mean, I was older when this came out, but I did not have those kind of reactions. I didn't understand. Anyways, I was very stunned. Anyhow, so anyway, I got this kit of assistive mechanisms for women. Shit. And you guys, this is horrible. This is horrible because common sense says, what are you going to do? Okay, you get this, and I'm rooming with two other people. All right, so we go back to our hotel room, and I'm like, oh my God, let's open it up and look. So we brought batteries. I know, right? That was my nice way of saying it. We brought batteries because we knew that there was sample stuff that was going to be given out. But I mean, this was a huge kit of stuff. So and one of them was a daisy about this big, and it's a daisy. I'm not going to go into the why and how it works and the little daisy petals. I'm not going into all that. Y'all don't need to know that. Okay, if you want, look it up online. All right, look it up online. Anyways, so I put the batteries in the daisy, and we were all like, ooh, ah, and not like, ooh, ah, but like just looking at it in the hotel room. I must take a break. in amongst good morning, Shelley. In amongst all of the excitement of the new kit and this huge convention that we were on, I forgot to take the batteries out of the woman's assistive aid. And anyhow, I packed my bags. It had the cutest little ladybug on it. There was the on off button. It was adorable. Anyhow, I forgot to turn it off. And it went into my luggage, the checked baggage. And I am walking away from my checked baggage at the Las Vegas airport. And I checked in, huge line, right? Huge line, checked in, left my bag. I'm walking away, looking like the seasoned traveler I am, which I really, I travel a lot anyways. But you would think traveling a lot, you take the batteries out. Take the batteries out. And I slowly take the batteries out. Just take the batteries out. Anyways, this is how this has affected me. It's left me with a stutter. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, I walk away from the counter and I hear on the speaker, Mrs. Fry, Mrs. Lisa Fry, could you return to the baggage counter? Your bag is vibrating. Like, oh my God. Leona says I had a toothbrush at the airport. I didn't remove the batteries at the same airport. I was held by security. Here's me. I am mortified. I am mortified. Okay? And I go back because I know. I know the only thing in there that had batteries in it that we ever put batteries in the whole weekend was this thing. And I walk up to the lady and I go, please don't make me open that bag. because if I open the bag, this is going to be at the very bottom. And I have to, Shelley, and I have to remove everything else to get to it. Now, keep in mind, I got a huge pack of vibrators. And I'm like, please don't make me open this. There's children in here. And she says, ma'am, you have to get this out of this bag. They won't let me go anywhere. I'm right there. And they look so disappointed for her toothbrush. And I'm like, please just let the batteries wear out. Please just let the batteries wear out. Please don't make me get in there. Please just let the batteries wear out. And she goes, ma'am, I can't. You have to get in there. And here's me. I'm back in the bag in the middle of the Las Vegas airport. And if I didn't have 20 in there, it would have been like a miracle. There was a bunch and they all had different variety of uses. Like, oh my God, just kill me. And that is my second Las Vegas experience. And I just wanted to die. I know, Oren. I know. It was so... Leona, you have no idea the shit we talk about out here, okay? This isn't your average reading channel. Anyhow, so we had, my husband had a really great laugh about it. Now, I don't sell those anymore, okay? I know. You guys are just disappointed because it would be such a fun party, right? Psychic and vibrators. But I don't do that no more. But our house caught on fire. So this goes on. Our house caught on fire in, I don't know what year. What year was that, Shannon? Do you know? It was like 16. We were living in Hawaii. Anyways, the house caught on fire. And I have still the kit. I still have the kit. Why? It's under my bed. I mean, in a big, huge shoebox. I don't know why it's still there. It's just there. But maybe I just need to spring clean. Like just a whole bunch of them going to the dump. Anyhow, so our house caught on fire. Actually, our basset hound caught the house on fire while we were in Hawaii. And you ever see that commercial where the dog jumps out the window with the pizza? That's Buford. He's still laying right here. He's so cute. Anyhow, uh, and our whole house, a free giveaway. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's so funny. I don't know that I could do that. Mary, hey, good. How are you? And so our house caught on fire. But what happens? Well, Service Master comes in. We're living in Hawaii, and we had just gotten there. We had just gotten there like 3 days before. But when I get the call, everybody's okay. The boys are in the ambulance. Our kids are adults. Anyhow, and so I opted to not come home. So Service Master is cleaning our bedroom because they have to take everything and they oxygenate it, whatever they do. And I'm like, I tell my oldest boy, please go get the box from under the bed. Take it to the and take it to the garage. I sold them, Penny. I was a distributor. Anyhow, oh my god, that's all I could think of was the firemen are gonna think I'm a weirdo. Okay, I have duffel bags of dildos, boxes of vibrators over here. It was just, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Anyhow, everybody needs a laugh in the morning, right? So, anyways, of course, my son didn't listen to me. Like he didn't, and it's not like it's not something he hadn't seen because I ran it as a business. It was a business. Okay. I did shows and stuff like that. So they would come in and they'd be charging. Oh, they were older when this was going on. All right. When they were well above their teens. Anyways, he didn't do it. So I get this like Service Master takes it in and I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. So now we have the shop in Defiance, right? The Mystical Moons. And do you know that the Service Master technician that had to do that has come in and talked to me? We have had a discussion. Anyways, so you have to have a little bit of joy in life. You have to be able to laugh. And that's how that at Defiance, Ohio. Anyhow, it's been a long time now. Anyways, so we have to be able to roll with the punches. Maybe that's our discussion for today. Let's roll with the punches and always find laughter and joy in all things that we do. Inventory is confidential. I hope I didn't buy you. It's been a long time. Oh my God, you guys. So now you know. Knowledge is power. It's the cutest little bondage ducky. Anyhow, toys for joys. Okay, moving on. All right. No, leave it. It's stuck in there. Oh, shoot. The phone was listening to me. And we take a breath in. Finding joy in a big box of vibratory, good Lord. I really was mortified. Oh my gosh. At the airport, I was absolutely 100% mortified. I did not want to open that bag up. And when I did have to do that, I thought, well, shit. Here we go. So let's move on. Anybody that's watching this as a recording, no, it's not a comedy act. It's my life. You owned adult Las Vegas light years ago. Yeah, Diana. See, here's the thing. Diana Bradley knows the story. Okay, she's heard the story before. Great way to raise the vibration. Oh my gosh, spring has sprung. Yes. Guys, okay. There's a lot of people that have come in and left because they did not care for my brand of hilarity. Can you imagine being Service Master? I mean, seriously. The things they found. so so I could tell you that the sex swing in my closet, it's not hung up. It's never been hung up. Actually, my mom she signed up underneath me and she sold as well. So it's my mom's sex swing. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Here we go. And we're moving on. Who in here's new? I know. She's like, she's almost 80. And she's like, do you still have my sex swing? Okay, I'm done. Okay, who's new? It's not always this like weird. I'm happy I found a normal person to listen to. We keep it very, very I'm sorry, you guys, if you're new, I'm sorry. We keep it very down to earth here. We really, really do. We try to have a good time. I did warn you guys. We should come with a disclaimer. Yes, we should. You're always new, Diana. You're brand new. You're just sparkly. Oh, okay. So Diana, cards for you. Here we go. Okay, Diana Bradley. Well, Diana, what do we have going on? You have everything you need, okay? You have everything you need to do what you need to do in life right now. But do you feel the push of that? I do not have a caramel in my coffee. She can't ship those anymore. She can't ship those anymore. So I used to do caramel, pot caramel in my coffee, but it made my eyes feel like they were breathing, so I had to stop. Okay. Hi from Ireland. No, the swing's never been hung up. But the caramels were too much. I had to cut them in half, and then that was still too much because I'm a real lightweight when it comes to CBD or THC. So I had to stop the caramels just because it made my eyes feel like they're breathing. And I had this dream last night that I was doing mushrooms and absinthe. I've never done mushrooms, nor drink absinthe. I don't know how that comes from. Anyways, back to Diana. Stay on track, Lisa, for crying out loud, squirrel. You have everything you need to do what you need to do right now, Diana. This is the first card that I have for you. I mean, come on. Good morning, Helga. Thank you for sticking in. You have the Magician. Magician says, I have all the things I need, but I need to see the path to make it happen. And the path for whatever you need to do right now just seems very muddy. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of thought going into it, but it kind of seems misdirected at the moment, right? We have a goal, but we don't quite see how to get there yet. And that's okay. Don't push yourself, because if you push yourself way too hard and you take the first thing or you do the first thing or I also know that you're kind of looking for a house, correct? Right? You don't have to make snap decisions. You don't have to make snap decisions. But they also don't want you to, I'm sorry, I got myself laughing so hard. I'm too early. But you don't go into it. You need to be a little bit thoughtful about some of the things you're doing. Oh my goodness, but you're so protected in what you're looking for. You guys are like, hey, we're waiting for the right thing to go bing, bing. And when the right thing bings, you'll know it. You'll see it and you'll go, that's it right there. Don't rush. Don't rush. Don't rush. Oh yeah, I'm a Pisces. Oh yeah. Super comfortable. Buckle up, buttercup. Oh, what's this one? Oh, don't rush. It'll come, but you just can't rush yourself. Just wait. Just wait. But wait, there's more. No, just wait. It's coming. Don't rush. Don't make snap decisions. You have everything you need in front of you, whether it's the financial aspect or the decision making that we need to do this, but don't make rush decisions. Okay, moving on. Could everybody share to their possibly their feed or a relevant group, not Knitters Anonymous because they don't care, and yeah, and then 220. I'm a 3-5. I'm a 3-5. I just had my numerology done. I'm an 8. So I have a friend, Angela Maynard. She comes to our store in Defiance, and every once in a while we'll do numerology. She had just come in and had a ancient Egyptian discussion in the store, which also is on the site. So you guys can scroll back a little bit in the lives and find Angela talking about ancient Egypt and her ancient alien, because she's an Egyptologist, and her theory and what she's seen in tombs. And she did our numerology, and she does this really cool um, uh, numerology art. It's so yes, infinite, amazing, and she explains how she comes across it. It's so neat. Okay, and then might I have a whoop whoop? The whoop whoop lets me know you're in the room. Lets me read your energy as it pops up as well. My daughters are 3, 4, and 315. I'm a geometric 8. You're fun people. All right, and you feel like you're being pushed, Diana? Don't be pushed. Don't let people push you. Don't let people push you. I have you're a 111. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah. I have left myself silly this morning. I certainly have. All right, let's go with Nancy Ray. Nancy Ray. Nancy, and this is, it's so easy to get on and just give a cut your anxiety, don't let people push you around, work your throat chakra. But these things come with, so I will tell you, I know sometimes it feels like you're getting a blanket reading, right? So I will tell people how I come across some of the information that I get, because I think that's equally as important. Um, um, I think it's equally important to be able to understand how intuitives get their information, because everybody's an intuitive. It's just a matter of we all get our information a little bit differently. And sometimes it means something to somebody when I explain how I'm getting the information, because it might mean something different to them. And I might be missing something. Absolutely. Like, we're not miracle workers. We're just people picking up on extrasensory stuff, right? So, Nancy Ray, you still here? Pop in and say hi. Just let me know you're still here. Say hello. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. No, there are no caramels in here. I'm waiting to make sure Nancy's still here. Yes, there she is. Hi, Nancy. Anyhow, okay. I want to talk about anxiety. I want to it's a physical manifestation of anxiety. So if you have something new hiccuping in your body, call them body bloopers. I always look at the things my body does as a body blooper, because I have the faith that if I ignore, if I just let it go and just go, you know what? And it's my own, it's because I have a doctor phobia as well. This is, but I always go, if I let it go, it'll move on. It needs to not be anything serious though, okay? If you have something that's showing you that you have a little bit of anxiety, maybe your back is tense, maybe you're holding your posture a little bit differently. I get to let people know that I feel like they have way too much anxiety in their life and they're letting it rule a little bit too much. I get this feeling like I'm getting a cold sore. which I will get a cold sore when I'm anxious. But hi, Kat Keeley. So that's how my guides say this is how you know somebody has too much anxiety, that they're holding within their body, and it will find a way to present itself and find a way to show that it is there. So my first thing for you though is I would like to move my shoulders a little bit and say, hey, quit holding so much stress in your body. It could be affecting your sleep patterns as well. If you're having some problems with your back in general, start paying attention, maybe stretch a little bit in the morning to help you feel a little bit better and get yourself moving a little bit better. I wanted the Three of Clubs. I want to come up with the Three of Clubs for you. I do not do cartomancy, so am I am not sure what the Three of Clubs. Can somebody look up what the Three of Clubs look like on cartomancy? I don't know. I don't. Cartomancy is using playing cards. I don't know why they want to use regular playing cards for you instead of like me pulling a card, but they just kind of gave me the Three of Clubs and they said, I'm sorry. Yes, it's the Three of Clubs. And they want to give you that message that goes with that card. I don't know why they don't want me to pull a card, but they're saying, hey, this is the card that the meaning has something for you. I always had social anxiety, have been working on this for years. Let me tell you that EFT, emotional freedom technique, is wonderful for social anxieties, as well as hypnosis, self-guided hypnosis works wonderfully as well. But I really, really like EFT. I had some major blockages when I first started opening up to do this. And I did EFT for a couple months and knocked them all down. Matter of fact, I can think back on the things that really used to bother me and go, why? So, Three of Hearts, be cautious. It's the three. Did I say Three of Hearts or Three of Spades? Gary Smotherman, how the hell are you, man? How are you? He's like, what the hell are you doing, Lisa? So, you guys, Gary Smotherman, I went to high school with Gary Smotherman, and he was one of my friends in high school. We all sat at the same lunch table. Absolutely. So, but yeah, was it the Three of Hearts, Three of Clubs? It's the Three of Clubs. Yeah. If you, Susie, could you see what the Three of Clubs means? Here's me, I'm really bad intuitive. Can somebody else do that for me? It's okay. I know that I don't know that. It's all right. Okay, so let's Three of Spades, troubles in relationship, infidelity. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means, Isis, how are you this morning? Just dropping in. Always happy to see you. Love you. Miss you. Wish we could see you in Sedona. Three of Clubs, a wealthy partner and successful marriage. So just know, you guys, that these don't always mean a marriage between people. It could be a marriage and friendship. It could be just relationships in general, right? Three of Clubs means you need balanced, positive perspective in your relationships. So that just, take that with what it is. They just gave me the Three of Clubs. That's all they said. They said, look it up. Let her know that she needs to be paying attention to the Three of Clubs. Thank you guys so much for the people that looked it up. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And I feel like at this moment in time, it's a third degree of success. I feel like at this time you don't have as much balance between living your muggle life and the things that you really want to do in life. Like there's this disconnect. You need to find something that makes you feel passionate, something that makes you feel as if you can move forward. Have a hobby, find something to do in free time. And by the way, make some free time. This is a lesson I've had to learn in the last 6 months. Make some damn free time. I sat around yesterday and watched Bridgerton because I couldn't figure out what to do with myself. I went, I don't know what to do. Because I'm always moving and shaking and doing something. I started watching Bridgerton. You're sad you're missing Sedona, but I'll see you in the land of... I know, we're going to Egypt. I'm so excited. Going to Egypt. So Isis is joined. There is a trip going to Egypt with Angela Maynard, the Egyptologist, and it leaves November 20th and gets back, depending on your extension. Are you doing the extension, Isis? So we don't come back till December 5th. Balance is so important. You guys, balance is incredibly important. A lot of people are feeling stagnant right now, including me, which isn't my normal state. Yes, need to focus on your passion. Absolutely. Life can get in the way of so many incredible things. We're not supposed to work ourselves into the ground, you guys. We are supposed to find the life, the love, the joy, the balance, the art, the all of those things. And finding something to do with your hands and do some art or some craft or something like that is really very, very helpful. Oh, you're going to Petra with us. I'm so excited. Petra is a bucket thing for me. I don't know why. I want to go to Petra. Well, past life, blah, blah, blah. But I want to go to Petra so badly. What free time? Oh, wait, I will be on a jet plane Thursday going to see AC/DC on Saturday. Oh, you know what, Diana? Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be all like that? I'm so happy for you. That's so exciting. Good morning, Katrina. Okay. I hope that's helpful, Nancy. Find some balance. Find something that makes you feel passionate. We walk through life a lot and we just get stuck in the muggleness of it and we forget that we are here. We are here to have fun, to live out loud, to do the things that we enjoy doing. Not just get up, eat breakfast, go to work, come home, cook, whatever we do, and get up and do it again. How many on here feel that you do that? How many on here feel that you do that? The last of your bucket list. Don't say that, but that would be really awesome to see AC/DC. I would love to see AC/DC, and I don't do I do concerts because Sam wants to do concerts. He does them here and there, and I just haven't. I don't listen to a lot of music anymore, and I like peace and quiet and tranquility. And I was standing out by my horse this morning, one of our horses, and he hurt himself pretty significantly, and the vet has asked me to give him 2 months to see if he gets better. And I was standing out there with him, and he is putting off so much energy right now. I just realized this is what was going on. Standing in the barn with him, and I just feel it rolling off of him, and I was like, and it's just such a feeling of love. And I'm giving him 2 months to make sure he's not in pain. There we go. We ain't going into that right now. Alyssa says, I am chaos. I wish I had a mundane existence. Not, I don't. Katrina's getting her apartment. She's getting her bucket list apartment. Yes. Here's what I can say about this, Alyssa. All right. Here's what I can say. For the last, because you're new, we ran a psychic development membership. I still do mentorship on teaching people how to do exactly what I do because I didn't do it my whole life. But we ran a membership and it consumed me. It absolutely did. It consumed me. I loved it until I didn't anymore because it took away my peace and my quiet, my tranquility, and I couldn't stop my brain. My brain was always, I'll work till 3:00 in the morning if you let me. I will get up at 7 and I will sit down at this computer. It irritates the shit out of Sam. And I will sit down at this computer and I will work till 3:00 in the morning if I need to. And I'm now, since we closed the membership last week ago, I find myself disengaged and I don't know what to do with myself because now I have some quiet time and it's not all consuming anymore. And I'm at a loss, but I'm not really because now I have time to do some things that I hadn't been able to do. So we need to make decisions to control what we have going on in our lives. We have that option. We have that thing that we can do called free will. And it is I know I'm making it sound simple right now, but I'm not. It wasn't. feelings, to make choices that had to bring about some control to my life so that I could live my life rather than just go through all of the motions. It's important that we do these things. And maybe you thought you were here for the laughter, because we do laugh. We always have a good time laughing. But we also need to be in charge of our own decision-making processes and bring about the change that brings us happiness. Do things with the grandkids now. Yeah, right? We're so excited to take Henry fishing, although he got to play with his fishing pole on Easter, and we were like, that's terrifying. He's going to take somebody's eye out. I actually am slated to write a book. I just haven't. I originally was going to write the book on psychic development, and now I think my shift. I have a shift. I think I have a shift on what I'm going to write about. I think I'm going to write more about how we find our own personal happiness and our own personal joy, and how the choices that we make in life affect us on every diverse level, from mood to physicality, right? Who in here would agree that they have been affected in some way physically by the choices they've made? And I'm not talking about getting in an accident or anything like that, but the emotional stability that we have and the flow we have creates a healthy body. And the imbalance of that also creates dis-ease. Who believes that? Absolutely. Yeah, I need some. Thank you, Penny. Yeah, I love the membership. You guys, don't get me wrong, and everybody I hope that was in the membership, but there was a transition. Something changed. Something changed in the membership. The vibration changed, and it just kind of sucked the life out of me. I went, never mind. Okay. So Gary, have you ever had a reading before, Gary? This it's been so long since I've seen you. We used to sit with Brant and Brian at the table a long time ago, so many years ago. You hate to know what your future brings, Karen. That's hard, because our thoughts generate what our reality is. Never have. Okay. Let's go here. So, I know we are not that old. We are not that old. We really, really are not. Are you still living over by Luna Pier? You've moved by now, right? We don't seem to go very far, do we? I mean, we have. We've. Great. There was a time I was so tired of moving, so tired of traveling, and now I'm just happy to be home. I am happy to be home. You're in Temperance? Oh, really? Not that far. And Kita, good morning. Penny Moose, I agree, actually. I feel a leveling up. I feel a reconnection. I do. But whatever happens, happens. You're 55? 54. I'm 54. We live out in the middle of the country out here south of Napoleon. So we're out by Defiance. Okay. This is for Gary. You need to lighten up your heart. You need to 11. You need to create some balance. So since you've never had, he's probably like on here going, "What the hell is Lisa doing?" life changes, right? Um, Balance, you need to make yourself a priority. You need to make yourself a priority. There's a lot of things that happen as especially for men, right? I mean, we hear all about the women all the time. We hear all about the women. Women, we feel slighted, we feel unseen, we feel unequal sometimes. We feel as if we're being treated like lesser humans sometimes. And hey, I get it. I do. I believe that we do have these feelings sometimes. But here's the thing. Sometimes we let people do that to us. We do because it's a generational thing or whatever. Whatever our own reasons are for letting somebody talk shit to us, we do it. And the people that squawk the loudest are the ones that make history, right? So great for us, right? But here's the other thing I want to say, and Sam and I've talked about this quite often. Men are unseen as well. Men don't get a lot of the accolades that good, upstanding, wonderful men deserve. 59. Look at all you guys out here shouting your ages out. We don't care, right? We don't care. Once you hit an age, you're like, screw it, let's tell everybody because don't mess with me. um, but men don't get all the accolades that they may deserve as well. Not every guy's a bad guy, right? Um, I know it is difficult to find answers all the time. And we don't have to have the answers all the time. Uh, and I mean, I just, even though I have not seen Gary since we were in high school, I know Gary's heart because I can still step back and I feel that energy coming off of him. And I know that he's still a good guy. He's still a good guy. And we don't always get the attaboys that we want or we need, or we know that we don't even realize we need. That's the thing a lot of times, right? A lot of people don't realize that they need to hear that they're doing a good job. That good morning, Sandra, that they are being a good person. Male, female, doesn't matter. But you need to feel your own personal worth and know that the ground that you stand on is solid. Bad choices, we all make them. Here's your guys. He's worried about bad choices. Don't worry about bad choices you've made in the past because the past is the past. That's depression in the back, anxieties in the future. Stand in the moment. If you can learn to stand in the moment and start to change the way you look at yourself and the way that drop the way that you think that other people view you, you're going to change a lot of things within your body. You have some hiccups. We all do. We all have hiccups. Good morning, everybody. You guys totally missed the beginning, okay? If you want to go and watch the beginning, if you need a laugh this morning, that's where you go, okay? But Gary, it's okay to feel that imbalance as long as you understand what being balanced feels like. You know how many people walk this planet and have no idea what it feels like to be balanced? To live in the moment? We are always, I would think that you have anxiety. We're always living in the here or there. Drop that shit and live in the now, and you'd be surprised. And everybody's like, well, I'm living in the now. But how many times an hour do you worry about something that you said or did and how people are going to view that and how people thought about that and how many people are like, ugh? Or are you worried about what you have to do tomorrow, what you have to do next week, next year? And then you put all your thought there instead of at this moment. Oh my God, Leona. I'm so sorry. There's a vibrator story at the beginning of the video, you guys. But yes, Veronica Orlando says, when finished with shadow work, Looking into the past becomes a neutral memory. Look into shadow work. It is loving yourself unconditionally, regardless. This is like a nutshell of shadow work, right? Loving yourself unconditionally no matter what has happened in your past. Because if you can do that, then you just start to move forward loving yourself, and the decisions that you make come from the moment rather than the anxiety. Does that make sense? We're going to keep moving no matter what. We're going to keep moving no matter what. But it's our choice how we do so. It is our choice how we do so. That's the OCD you struggle with. Right? A lot of people have, a lot of people, one day at a time, one step at a time. And Sam says, Mr. Fry says, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I wouldn't eat an elephant. I like elephants. But it's a saying, you know? We all have things in our life that we regret. We all do. And anybody that tells you that they never did anything, that they weren't, that they couldn't look back on and wish they had changed, right? But do you look back at it and go, oh my gosh, I'm going to beat myself to death because that happened? Or are you going to go, everything I've ever done in my life was a teachable moment? Was a teachable moment that I learned something from and moved forward from. Monica, good morning. Good morning, Kathleen. So take the things that have happened in your life, accept them as teachable moments, and say, what did I learn? And then this is really important. And I love this. And it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do, but do you love yourself through all those moments? And if you don't, visualize those moments and give yourself a hug. And this is for everybody. Like be able to do that, and then you start to change your energy. So I want to talk about I'm still in Gary. I'm sorry, guys. Do you know anybody that has a red Ford truck or had a red Ford truck when you were growing up? Gary. I loved Maya Angelou. She was so peaceful. Do the best you can until you know better, then do better. I love that. She was so peaceful, wasn't she? Yes, your dad. Is your dad still here or is he passed? I really am bad at that part. I know. Psychic what? I just know that there's a red Ford truck. I'm a Dodge girl myself, but I hear red Ford truck. And usually when I have something like that come across, that's somebody saying, hey, talk about this, to know that there's somebody on the other side. Okay. So when I have something like that come across, and especially the fact that it's a Ford because I'm a Dodge person, no judgment. We listen and we don't judge. No, anyways, just know that that's just his way of saying, hey, I'm here. Know that you never walk alone. That's just him popping in to say hi. Right. That's all that is right there. Because he didn't come over from mediumship. He just come over from psychic information. So just know that you're never alone. You're never alone. And is it something you smell? Do you smell like, I want to say, did the truck leak oil or something? Is that a thing? Because I smell like burnt oil or something. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I do smell like burnt motor oil. And that's just something that I picked up. I love my Dodge too. My 3500 has a transmission issue. I have to take it in and get it fixed. I don't want to. It's expensive. But I need that truck. You can't smell very good? Me neither. That's okay. It's a more of a it's more of a extrasensory kind of thing. Um, and that's very much like a did his truck leak oil? Something like that. But I know that your question was, are you going to get better? Um, Set yourself to get better. Set yourself in a position, not that you know of, okay? It's all right. Set yourself up into a position to get better, is the best way I can put this. Change the way you're thinking about whatever you have going on. And I'm going to say you're having some mental issues. No, I get that. I get that. A lot of it stems from anxiety, and when we find uh, we are stressed out, and then when we're stressed out more, things like that, they grow. Uh, you need to maybe find some quiet time. Find some quiet time for yourself. And I hate to say meditate, okay? Meditation is the same thing as prayer. Sit in some quiet time for yourself, and just ask for help. Because how often do we ask for spiritual help, right? How often do we sit there quietly and say, um, I ask for the healing power of Jesus Christ to come in and assist me, to help me, to make me feel more stable, to help me feel more stable, not make me feel more stable. Something along those lines. And it doesn't have to be Jesus. It doesn't matter who you believe in. I'm very omnitheistic. I think that everybody has some validity in what they believe and how they connect. Regardless, we all have connection. We just need to find our way to do so. But that's where they're talking about the solid ground under your feet. Lisa Case, Grand Rising. That's where they're talking about the solid ground beneath your feet. To feel more stable, maybe go outside with your shoes off and stand in the grass, lean against a tree. I know it sounds very woo-woo. It really sounds woo-woo, but he'll know what I'm talking about. Matlock worked really well on me, okay? I am a big, firm believer in science, and I love when science correlates with what this is, what I do. The electrons in the earth, you're facing dementia. Take some of the stress off yourself. You need to take some stress off yourself. You need to go outside. You need to ground yourself more. You need to ask for a little bit of assistance. Look at your diet. Look at your diet and see some of the things that you're eating. And be open to some alternative stuff as well. And I don't look at it as you're facing dementia. I'm trying to find a really good way to word this, you guys. How do we positively frame our mental thoughts towards improvement away from dementia? Because honestly, I don't think it's a mistake that I saw your name come across my feed and I sent you a friend request. I was like, oh my God, it's Gary. Right? I think we all have something to contribute to each other. I think that your diet is whatever you want. Maybe look at correlations between memory and intake. It's shit, me too. Okay, I am trying to do better. But grounding does help so much. Get some grounding shoes. Connect. Good morning, Lisa Phillips. Good morning, Krista. Connect to the planet. The electrons, we need them within our body to help create balance in all ways. get some connecting shoes. Donna Cloverhouse, how the hell are you? So maybe try that. By keeping brain activity puzzles, reading, games, anything to stimulate the brain cells. And here's another thing: create new neural pathways. Do different things. So we talk about this, creating new neural pathways. Doctors don't like to talk about this because they like to give out a bunch of meds, right? But we can create new thought patterns and new strength in our brain by doing something simple like moving where your toothbrush is, moving where your coffee pot is, stuff like that. Diana says she has barefoot shoes. She loves them. They have copper in the bottom of them, and they connect to the planet. Absolutely. I look at it like I'm ascending into the fifth dimension. Yeah. Yeah. Look up some grounding shoes, anything. And here's the thing, it sounds woo-woo, right? But it's provable by science that the more connection we have, the more we stimulate all of our nerve endings, including brain cells. So, but move some stuff around in your house so you have to kind of look for it a little bit. Moving the coffee pot is the big one. That's the big one for me. If I have to search for my coffee pot, I'm having to do something different out of my normal. When we have created a normal routine that we do on autopilot, we're using the same old brain cells. Yes. Oh, Lisa Case says sound therapy is amazing for creating new neural pathways. I wonder about vibrational therapy, like singing bowls and things like that. Anybody know anything on that? Skipping, I like this. Skipping is brilliant for keeping the brain active. It's because when skipping, we use both sides of our brain. Sitting bare-assed on a mossy rock in the river works for Iron Horse. I hope it's your own river. Is it your river? Are you going out to the public parks and doing this? I mean, you do you. That cold would be refreshing. Yeah, right. I'll try that. My feet haven't touched the ground in 35 years. So Gary, I'm big about grounding. Okay. The reason a lot of us are having issues is because we have been disconnected from the planet. Look up they call it earthing in science. Look up the exchange of electrons through the bottom of the feet or the body, however you want to put it on the earth, and how we've disconnected ourselves through foundation. Tennis shoes. Tennis shoes are the number one reason that we're not grounded anymore, and we have a lot of electrical issues in our body, including misfiring brain cells. Ice skating is so peaceful. I love ice skating. I haven't done it since I was little, or the kids were little. The sound bowls is the same as the sound frequency. Okay, sound and vibe. You're a sound. Lisa Case is a sound and vibrational therapist. That's awesome. Thank you, Lisa, very much. Gary says he ain't sitting in bare ass on mossy rock in the river. He says, Gary, these people are so fun. You should be here more often. They have great ideas. Birkenstock, I live in a greenhouse that's interesting at times. I love that, Monica. Stick those feet in some dirt, absolutely. Yeah, step out of the shop, man. We have a shop in Defiance. I would make garden naked, but I don't think my neighbors would like it. You're a coach. The vibration is healing. Good morning, Vivian. Lots of different activities, lots of different ways to. Lisa Case says, and she's the vibrational therapist. I have seen incredible results in clients with dementia, Alzheimer's, and even traumatic brain injuries with sound and vibrational healing. This is not conventional, right? But you wear a skirt, Tomas. But provable by science, because if you look at some of the theory on vibration on cells, it's there, but they just don't want to call it a woo-woo, and that's okay. Naked gardening. Well, encourage your neighbors to build a 6-foot fence and you get it for free. Right? Yes, there's so many things, Gary. Please message me, and I know that I can point you towards possibly some people that can be of assistance, or we all have ideas on here. All have ideas on how to help people do better. Yes, earthing grounding is also great for overall nerve health. Yeah. We have a sound bath in the shop once a month. Matter of fact, it's coming up this Saturday at 11 o'clock in Defiance. And I know you have them closer there in Toledo. Matter of fact, there might be some place in Temperance that does them. And you know how they'll show the videos of people that are struggling to remember some things, and then they play music. You guys are trying to get Diana arrested. I coach special needs. They healed so much by grounding on the ice. Yeah, a 6-foot fence for gardening naked. Diana, girl, what you doing? Come on now. There's so many different ways. You carry a rock in your pocket. Yeah, there's so many different ways to create connection. We are disconnected. We are. Look up Thomas Jank, Janak. He does sound bath with singing bowls, I'm assuming. He's been doing it for years but in the UK. You rock out from your radio. Yeah. Yeah. There's different ways that different tones create a change. And this is all really great information. I never know what we're going to talk about when we get on here. Oh my God, you guys. Yeah. So definitely look into some. I know that there's some brain supportive mushrooms out there as well. How do I know that? Because our dog's on it. There's some brain supportive, and I'm not talking like psychedelic mushrooms. I'm talking healthy mushrooms that are for health support, but they do help with brain function. Oh, Sandra. Yeah, Sandra's over in Swanton. She has PEMF and EE Cube. I've not heard about the EE Cube, Sandra. Swanton has an eesystem.com center as well. You're not that far from Swanton. I have to think about Swanton. I have gelding. He cut his pastern right above his from like almost to the middle of his pastern all the way to the heel bulb. I don't know. He's limping really bad. He's been to the vet twice, and they're just like anti-inflammatories, blah, blah, blah. And let him limp around for 2 months and see if he improves. I can't handle the pain for him. But I'm going to give him 2 months, and I know that he could use some PEMF. I'll have to get with you. Your friend Rebecca does sound healing. Sound baths are incredible. If you can find one that does sound body therapy. Now that you're talking about with the brass Tibetan bowls on the body, I want to go to class and learn how to do this. Yeah. Oh yeah, that sounds like I want to go to class and do that. Yeah, absolutely, Gary. We have tons of ideas because we dip our toes in all these different things, and there's so many incredible people on here. Music's been Katrina's meditation in healthcare and she's had some major illnesses through our life. Something as simple as hugging a tree helps you. You'd be surprised. It's about energy. Dark chocolate just popped into Alyssa's head. Dark chocolate helps us ground. And we're sticking to that. It does, though. It really, really does. I look at all these things. Someone's going to go more skating because it helps us ground. Donna Culverhouse has been using Rise Mushroom Coffee with her protein shakes, and she's seen a huge difference in focus. You live in Sycamore. Yeah, Sandra, I have to, it's, oh yeah, Diana, it's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing. I'm not, The swelling in that foot has to come down bad. I mean, you can't even really tell unless you know what you're looking for, unless you're a horse person. Yes, nootropic herbs. She's a holistic health practitioner. PEMF is another wonderful tool. Absolutely. So PEMF, Gary, is amazing for stimulating everything in the body. Good stuff. Good stuff. And so is Tibetan singing bowls. This is important. This is a gross fact, but parasites can affect brain health. Do you have a parasite load? I know it sounds weird. Okay. And I don't know why people think like animals can get worms, but people can't. What? I don't understand that. But that is absolutely true. But parasites can affect brain health. Something to look into. Just saying. Waterfalls. Dark chocolate is good for your heart as well. You have ozone that helps everything. I've not heard of that, Sandra. The cleansing is life-changing. I have a parasite cleanse sitting right here and I've not done it. I know a woman who's taking dewormer for breastfeeding cancer. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll just say it. My dad takes wormer every day. My dad takes wormer every day. I have not done it. I really kind of skeeved out about taking my horse's wormer. But yeah, my mom got worms from walking in horse poop. And back a long time, raw pumpkin seed is great for worms. Wormwood is great for worms. Cloves are good for worms. There's so many things that you can take that holistically will push out worms. So if you don't want to go the ivermectin way, whatever, conspiracy theories, whatever. But there's so many different things you can do. And I would try it all. I would. I just would. I would be on board with whatever I thought would do it. She seemed to be doing well, but unfortunately, not anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, see, here's the thing with stuff like that, you guys. It is not just something that pops up, right? It's not just something that pops up. It is something we have probably brought in, that's been in our body for a long time. Sometimes. And this is what they teach us in energy healing sessions. Sometimes. Yeah, you have yeah, I'm scared, Amy. I'm scared. I have a friend that did a worm detox, and she's another horse person, and she's like, the things I've seen. Lisa says I have severe neuropathy in my left leg. It was nearly unusable for almost a year. After 2 months of vibrational therapy, I had 50% mobility back. 3 months, the pain was almost gone. 4 months, I was back to nearly 100%. That's awesome. You don't let your animals lick you. I don't think that's Nate. I don't like that. Yeah, I'm not a big, no, my dogs don't get to lick me. Have you read Louise Hay's stuff, Lisa? I have read some of it. Yeah, I have read some of it. She's a really wonderful woman. A really wonderful woman. But yeah, there's so many different things that you can look into. But worm load, that's a really good point. That's a really good point because got to tell you, they're not just going to be down here. Be a little bit of all over, and it's the toxins from the worms that causes that. A lot of it. You're not taking dewormer. I have, my dad does, but I have a hard time. I will take some wormwood tea. We actually have teas in the store that are for deworming. You know, it's we have wormwood and clove and all the things that you would make a tea out of to deworm. And we have people that come in and buy it just for that. So, themysticalmoons.com. There we go. That was my plug for the day. Gratuitous. Okay. I'm going to go outside because it's a beautiful day and I might mow. I might put up some horse fence. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. So I hope Look at all the things we, don't forget the power of water. Absolutely. How about the power of water and sacred geometry to create a molecularly perfect water for ourselves? What is the brand of tea you sell? So Susie, we buy organic herbs, and then a lot of people will find out the recipe that they need online, and they will buy the herbs and create their own tea. So we buy food grade herbs, organic herbs, and then we sell those. So people make their own concoctions. We do have some pre-done teas, but they are parasites in the. I'd go for the parasites, man. Lisa Case, it's lovely to see you. You as well. I hope we all got something off this today. Actually, we never know what we need to hear, right? So hope we got a laugh at the beginning. Better to make your own. I agree. It is much better. Leona, I'm really strong on that. Estrogen replacement, which is Premarin. The Premarin is not good for you. It is horse urine, absolutely 100% nastiness. We have had a couple baby horses from Premarin mares on our farm. Yeah. Colloidal silver is another one. Actually, we're getting a generator. I've had a generator, but I want a bigger generator, and we'll start carrying that in the store. Yeah. Because I think it's overpriced online. They price it online just the way they do because they can. I think it's overpriced. It should be more affordable. All right, everybody, find light, find love, find joy, feel divine, because you are. Never forget that. And if Mr. Fry were here with me, he would say, may the light be with you always. And we will talk to you guys. Well, like I have a mouse in my pocket. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. It can turn you blue if you drink too much. Don't drink too much colloidal silver. Absolutely. All right. Bye, guys.